I'm starting off my daffodil with a whipped backstitch. So I've got 6 strands of this orange thread and a size 22 chenille needle, and I'm beginning by tracing the outline of this little cup with a backstitch. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna tell you, daffodils have always been one of my favorite flowers. And actually the town that I grew up in, they had what they call a daffodil parade every year, and they crown a daffodil princess and queen, and it's a big deal. So ever since then, they've always been one of my favorite flowers, and they just remind me of spring and home. So adding them to this sampler and stitching them was so nostalgic for me. And this is going to be so beautiful at the end. I can't wait to show you. Now we're going to whip our back stitching, and all that means is that when we come up through the fabric after our last back stitch, all of the rest of the stitching is going to be on the surface. So we're going to bring our needle and thread underneath the back stitching on the top of the fabric, and keep in mind to bring your needle underneath the back stitch on the same side each time. Now I'm going to fill in these middle spikes with another 6 strands and that same size 22 chenille needle, and I've got some mustard thread. I'm just going to use a straight stitch for these. Now I'm going to fill in the middle of the cup with a light yellow thread. So I've got 2 strands and I've switched to my size 10 embroidery needle, and I'm using a satin stitch to fill in the remainder of the shape. In my satin stitching, I am doing around the previous stitching I made with that straight stitch, just working my way around the shape with my satin stitching. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom of this little cup with the satin stitch. I'm still using the same size 10 embroidery needle with 2 strands of my light yellow embroidery thread. So that's all I'm doing to just fill in the rest of this tiny little shape below the cup that we just filled in. Now to finish off our daffodil, we're going to satin stitch the rest of these petals. So I'm still using the size 10 embroidery needle, and I've got 2 strands of the lightest yellow. It's kind of like a yellow cream. It's a beautiful color, and it will be so beautiful with the other 3 colors that we already have on our daffodil. And to make sure each petal is its own and defined, I'm bringing each one of my stitches in toward the center of the flower, just slightly angling them as I go along my satin stitching. If you made it this far, then you did it. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe. And I'll see you again next time. Thank you.